today on EA Sports. It's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Green Bay Packers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
Throwing on first down, Drake. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Looking to throw on second down. Drake. That one caught by Carter. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. On the handoff, they start with Richardson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now after the running play, we got a man down on the field. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Richardson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. On second down, it's Richardson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Operating from the gun, Clancy. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
On second down now, it's Richardson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They run with Richardson, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season, and the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
On 1st and 10, Drake. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Drake. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw on 3rd down, Drake. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the foot. here for their second drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's returnable now for Smith. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. And now here's a carry heading left. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. Back to throw. Drake. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands. First and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. They start on the ground. It's Richardson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Clancy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Point after, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. On first down, Clancy. His throw incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On second down, it's Richardson. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Again, he finds an opening. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Richardson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. To throw on 2nd down, Drake. He finds Smith out of the backfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on 1st down. Drake. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 2nd and 6. Back to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll run on first down. Richardson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off play action. Clancy. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. from the gun. He'll hand this off. Breaks a tackle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And that's patience to be admired right there, because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a handoff as they run left side. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
But the tide definitely seems to be turning in this 3rd quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run again with Richardson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
87 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Clancy. Left side, it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
On the ground, here's Richardson again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
On 1st and 10, Drake.
That's complete to his running back, Carter.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st down, Drake out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And fights through one man. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So the completion good for 7 there. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same. The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They'll run on 1st down. Richardson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He was trying to clear the way, and the big fullback instead he gets a hold.
You don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Second and 11.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richardson.
And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. But he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richardson, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Giants have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field. as they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it.
Fights through, and now a crease. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a dump off here complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Looking to throw. Drake. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Giants come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Giants, they finish oh so close to perfection in the regular season, but this win in the final weekend gives them a final mark of 16-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they suffered just their 4th loss all year to bring the final mark to 13-4 overall. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.